And then I was remembering like some of my worst Hebrew school and Sunday school experiences. And, I used to get in trouble once in a while, but my worst experience had nothing to do with getting in trouble. I was in Sunday school, and you ever have like a teacher, most of your teachers in Hebrew school and Sunday school are like, old stuffy Jewish people.
Yes.
Who are no fun whatsoever, just like you'd imagine. So one year, my Sunday school teacher was this really young hip guy. I don't remember his name, but I remember like.
We'll call him Shlomo for the story.
He wasn't a Shlomo. He was like the exact opposite of a Shlomo.
A Heine?
He was a young hip guy that you could not, in a million years, you would not think he was a Hebrew school teacher. And he never really even talked about like Jewish stuff. You talked about, there would be some small tie-in to Jewish stuff, but usually just talk about like random stuff.
I saw Van Halen in concert last week. It was awesome. Did I mention David Lee Roth is a Jew?
Okay, listen, that's funny you bring that up because one week he gives us this assignment. He says, I want you all to go home and I want you to get a cassette tape and bring in your favorite song. And I'm going to play all the songs in front of the class. And we're going to talk about the songs. Now, this is Sunday school, so I'm not 13 yet. So I'm going to say I'm 11 or 12, I guess. And at that point in my life, I wasn't really listening to music seriously. I would listen to the radio. Just like pop music. And it's all garbage, right?
It's kind of
so I'm like, all right.
Slap
so
Chop.
He says, bring. Well, no. Slap Chop is like Mozart compared to like what was on the radio then. So he's like, all right, bring in your favorite song. So I just listen to like Z100 and shit, just like pop music. So I bring in some pop song. And, I didn't really think too much about it. So they start playing some of the kids' selections. And they're all like these, classic rock song, like, Ozzy Osbourne, Led Zeppelin, like serious rock music.
And you have
like,
Break My Stride? Is that what?
No, listen. So he's playing these like, yeah, this is like an amazing song. This is classic. And we talk about the song. And I'm listening to all these songs, and I realized that the song that I selected was, I'm starting to get really worried because the song that I selected was the theme from Karate Kid Part 2, The Glory of Love by Peter Cetera.
Wow.
I am the man
I know the song.
Who will fight for your honor. It's basically the gayest song ever made.
I didn't want to say anything. I was going to ask you if you did you get your penis as a bar mitzvah present?
So, look, I was 12. I didn't know anything. My dad never sat down with me and said, this is Led Zeppelin. They rock. This is Aerosmith. So, I'm sweating, basically, because I know he's going to play my tape, and it sounds nothing like what everyone else had brought in. So, finally, he gets to me, and I just want to, jump out the window, and he plays the tape, and he's like, what the hell is this garbage? And he plays, 5 seconds of it and takes it out. And I really could not be more embarrassed. It was really basically awful. It just made me really... That's probably why I wound up burning my Hebrew school books after I got out of Hebrew school. Pretty awful.
Is that why you still send hate mail to Peter Cetera?
I actually still like the song.
There are worse songs, but but then again, you were a kid. So
the context was just funny to listen to Crazy Train and
I'm going on the other side though. I don't know many 11-year-olds that would be into Ozzy Osbourne either.
I don't know. They were all in my class though. Apparently, I was the one.
I'm trying to think what I was into when I was 11.
It could have been 12
or even 12. Fine. What was I into when I was 12? What came out when I was 12? That would have been 1988.
One Night in Bangkok.
Yes. You know what I was really into? I was really into Poison. I had the Open Up and Say Ah album, and I also had Def Leppard's Hysteria. And I think I listened to those two albums over and over and over again when I was 11, 12 years old. So I probably would have brought in, and he probably would have complimented me on C.C. DeVille being a proud Jew.
Glory of Love came out in 1986, so I was 13.
So you were 13. Look at that.
I was 13.
In 1980.
It must have been right before my bar mitzvah. It was the same year as my bar mitzvah.
Yeah, so there you go. And you were a little too old for that.
I guess I was. I don't know. I liked it.
Isn't
Anyway,
that the
while I'm
same
at...
year that Hysteria came out? I don't know. You could have done
I
better
don't
is where
know.
I'm going. What is that? That 88.
I didn't know any
Doesn't
better.
matter.